Hi guys, in this video we are going to see the project for beginners, that is calculator program project. In my previous video I have shown the same project up to how to joining the buttons that are needed for the calculator, and in this video we are going to see how to add the functions that are necessary to make the calculator working. So if you have any doubts in this video or if you find any problem in running this project, please let me know through the comment section. I will answer you definitely. And please subscribe to get all the projects in the Python language. Let's move to the video. First of all, we are going to declare. So instead of writing the function here, it is better to write the function in the front itself, so that whenever the functions are reading here, it will get from the front, and some in C we will use it to write the functions in the top itself, right? So we are going to do the same thing here. Okay, let's declare I equal to 0. And why we are declaring I means here I keeps the track of the current position of the input, what the user giving that input in the text field. So we will be given one by one the input like numbers 1 plus 2 plus 3. So in that each input numbers and operators are taken as 1, 2, 3 for in count, and after while calculating the value of using this input, after calculating the I becomes 0 again whenever we are pressing the clear all button or we are pressing the backspace button. The last item should be deleted. Now that time that I will reduce to 1 and that last input will be reduced. So to keep track of the all the input position and the input digits, we are using this I. So this I receives the input digit as parameter and display it in the input field, and also this I is used to used in the inside the function. So we declare here itself. So first we are going to tell variables of get variables of function. No? So this function we are going to write. For that we are going to define. We are defining the function here. So we are placing here. Instead of 1, what we are going to tell is num will be our parameter. So whenever you are defining anything, it should be finished with colon symbol. This is some rules, some syntax rules will be there. That one is here. And then we are going to global I. This is we are taking the I globally, and it will be communicate this with this I. And then so using this variable get variable function, what we are going to do, whatever the input is pressed by the user, that will be display on the display line. So what we are going to do is we have to insert the inputs pressed by the user in the display line. So we are displaying dot insert of I keeps the position number of inputs that will be stored in I, and number, that is the input given by the pressed by the user. So insert in the input field. Then we are going to increase the value of I for getting the next input. Okay, sorry, I forget. There will not be any semicolon at the end of any of the lines. Okay, next that's all. Our get variable function finished. What I am going to do is get operations of inside the operation. What will be we will be getting the operator as input. So I name it as operator colon syntax. And these 3 lines comes under this function name. So it is inside, somehow inside, and it will come as it is. So don't change. If you start here, then error will be shown. Next one, here also we are calling the global I. And what we have to do is we have to insert the value of the operator in the display line. And one more thing, what we are going to do is we are going to store the value of this I in the length, in the variable length. So we are keeping track of operators in another variable length. So within a bracket, when you do means that one operation will be finished plus, then another operation minus, and after that we are joining those operations and finish. So for that we will be using this length equal to len of operator, and then we are going to display them. So insert of I comma, and one more thing, we are going to increase this I value because all the variables and operators are stored in the all the inputs. It may be a variable or operator or open brace or closing brace. Everything will be stored here in the I. So for that we are using this I, and this len is separately for operators alone, so that we can finish one by one all the operations and join all the operations to give the exact output. And then again, as usual, we are going to add the I plus 1. Mistakenly I have put this. Okay, next. Now other function is clear all of. See what we are having the functions here, we can get it from here. Get clear all of. So clear all of. So we are going to define this one. Then calculate of, fact of, undo of. Let us try. Why I do this is, it will be easy for us to do not miss all the functions and to keep track of the functions. For our easy programming, I am just doing this. Okay, now let's try to one by one. I have to do it first itself. Okay, let's do one by one. So for clear, what we are going to do, delete all the input in the display line. So this is a simple one. We are going to, in the display line, we are going to delete of P0. So it will become 0. The I value becomes 0. That is 0, and everything will be 0. And end is the function that will delete all the things in the display line. So we are using end. And that's all. Only one line is under the clear all function. Okay, this is simple as just like writing the definition. And then undo. So undo means what we will do, we delete from the last. So what we are doing is we are taking the entire string. These are simple, we are just for understanding, I am doing all the input will be stored in the entire string. So whatever in the display line, we will be get. So display.getOf and store it in the variable entire string. And then what we are going to do is, we have to reduce the value of the I because number of inputs will be stored in the I. So we have to reduce the value of the I, and then what we have to do, we have to delete the last thing. So what we are doing is, first of all we are going to find len of this entire string. What we are going to do, see it's already there. So we are going to find the length of the variable, and then we are going to store the new string. New string is the deleted string. The last input will be deleted, and the other expressions will be stored in the deleted new string. So we are going to store the variable in new string. That is nothing but entire string minus 1. These are simple syntax we have to note while doing the program. So entire string minus 1 means it will delete the last input, last string of the given string. Here the expression is taken as string, so the last input is deleted. To delete, and then we are going to clear all. That is, all the everything in the entire string will be deleted and the new string will be displayed. So we are going to, in the display line, we are going to insert 0, new string. It will be easy to understand it. First we are generating a small new variable entire string, and in that we are going to store all the input things, input expression, then we are finding the length of that string, and from that we are going to reduce 1. That result will be stored in another variable new string. That is, after deleting the last data, we are storing the entire expression within new string, and then we are clearing all the entire old data. So entire string is clear, and we are going to insert the new string. That is the actual after deleting the last data, the expression will be stored in the new string. That string is displayed in the display line. So this is simple, just like writing the paragraph, and that means definitions, what we are going to do, that one. So suppose if you don't have anything in the input, means what happen? That's why we are using after if there to find that is if we are having the entire string have the certain expressions, there will be some length. To find that we are using this to find if there is the length of the entire string is there, then it will display. And suppose there is no input, we are just pressing the backspace button, error will happen. So to avoid that, we are using this if loop. If there is the string, we are checking using len of entire string. If there is a string, all these things happen. Suppose there is no string, means so this comes under if loop, and then we are going to else loop. What we have to do, whatever it is, we just go for clear if there is a green string or not, and then we are going to display the error message. Nothing is there, so we have to display the error message. 0, some error happens within this is the string, so we can write it anything error. Next one is calculate of. So what we are going to do is, first we are going to take same thing, the entire string. We are going to take the input within the entire string, and then what we are going to do is, you have to try, there should be try catch option, because the actual calculation takes place as in factorial. We should have the try exception, so that we can remove we can specify the errors. For this one, what we are going to do is, we are generating a new variable. In that variable, we are going to pass the given expression. Expression is the input. That expression is entire string. All the given input is stored in this entire string. That will be taken as entire string and is stored in taken as expression. So expression of entire string, the given input is taken as expression, and we are going to parse it and compile it. That is nothing but we are going to do the calculation here. This is done by the system itself. So instead of writing the calculate for plus operation, minus operation, instead of writing the coding, we are simply, all these things are already inside the Python language. So we are just calling the parser. Parser is the predefined module. So we are just calling the parser. In that parser, the given expression is taken, string is taken as expression, and it is going to compile. Compile means it is going to perform the calculation option. So here we are using the module parser. For that we have to import parser. We just import parser. See, parser is already there. It is easy in C, C++ and all. We will be writing each and every operation for plus, minus and everything. Here we are just doing the inputting the module, and it will do the operations. So there is a function evaluation of within the parser. See, it comes in blue color, right? So it is already there. It will evaluate the expression, and the result of that one is the A. A is we are compiling, reading the given string and compiling and evaluating, we find the result of that. And this parser will store the result of this expression in the evaluation. So evaluation of A will be stored in our variable result, and then clear all, as usual, clear all, and we are going to display, clear the input line, and we are going to display the same thing. We are going to, in the display line, we are going to insert, what we are going to insert? The result. So 0, result. That's it. We no need to write the equation or any coding for each and every operation. Simply we are calling the predefined module parser. Suppose we have any error, for that we are going to do exception handling. So the exception is except. As usual in C, C++, everything we are having this try and except. Try and catch, here try and except. We have to clear all and display the error. same as in display dot here, same thing, display the message here. So in calculate, we simply calling the parser module and storing the result in the variable result and displaying that one. If there is an error, we just clear everything and display the error message. Okay. Next one is factorial. That one we have to write. For that also, we are getting the input as string entire string. I have written elaborately so that easily it is understood without using any single letters like A, B, C or A, N, S like that. Simply I am using the entire name itself, entire string, a new string like that. It will be easy to understand. So for fact function also we will be having factorial and already there. For that what we are going to input is input math, factorial from math. Run math, I am going to input factorial. So we will be no need to write any of the how to do factorial, and we don't need to work. We simply call the function factorial. It will do the factorial of the given number. So we just doing try catch to avoid mistakes. We are going to store the result of the factorial in result. So we just call the factorial function. So factorial of the given, we are going to change the given input into int. Whatever input in the display, it will be taken as string only. Whatever the input given by the user will be taken as string only in the Python. We have to change it into int. So we are going to change it into int of entire string. And so result is converted into int and we are finding the factorial and it is stored in the result. Then as usual we just clear all everything and then we are going to display the result in the display line. So display dot insert of 0, result. And as usual like exception, for exception suppose the user is giving the wrong input like a plus and minus operator and again press the factorial button, the error should be shown. For that only we are using try and catch. So same except the exception. In other language we use try catch, here try except. So we have finished all our function definitions and let's try to run it. See the fact of, I am using here some other name, I think so. Fact of only. Oh, I missed that colon symbol here. Okay. Text is equal to, I missed again here, I missed that equal to symbol. Again command lambda equal to, simple mistakes I have done. Fine. Let's see check the output here. See we got the calculator. Let's do the operations. We get the, we didn't get the answer. This means I have some problem. That is in calculate of I have the error like here. See compile of is a function, but I missed this open brace closing brace. Let me try again. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Okay. So likewise we can check all clear. So we get all the functions. So sorry, 7 star 5 is equal to, see our calculator is now working. So try all the operations. If you find any mistakes or if you find any difficulties in running the program, let me know through the comment section. Definitely I will answer. Please subscribe to get all the mini projects to learn the Python program. Thank you.